Hey guys, this is an update video on my B18 B1 engine rebuild project for my 97 Acura Integra LS. So this is the original engine that I had in the car. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it stopped running, and so I yanked it out and then threw a JDM B20B out of a CRV into my Integra, and I've just had this sitting ever since then for about like maybe 4 or 5 years. Now the B20B is having problems, so now I'm in the process of building the original B18, and I'm gonna throw it back in my car once it's all done. But this is what I've got so far. I'm gonna go through how much I've spent on it and what I've bought. Kind of just an update on where I'm at with it and how much I've spent, pretty much. The number surprised me for sure. I've taken the engine to the machine shop already. The price was pretty good. It was $325 for a bore deck and hone to 81.5 millimeters. And then I had the head resurfaced. I didn't get a valve job. Probably should have, just to make sure that like everything's good with it. I don't know. I bought some stuff to deal with that myself. So that took like $125 to do. And then I had them polish the crank and make sure it was all good, and that was $80 as well. And supposedly everything is okay. Like, I asked if anything was wrong with any of the items and they said that it was fine. So I'm gonna take their word for it, but also I'm gonna go ahead and go through and measure all the clearances just to be extra careful and just so I can learn how to do it myself. So yeah, total machine shop stuff was $530, which is pretty good, I guess, especially in my area in California where everything's like kind of expensive. I've been keeping these inside so then they don't rust and get dirty. So I'm actually just gonna go put them back. And then I'll also have more room on the table to show off all the crap that I bought. So first up, I've got these P72 Nippon Racing pistons and forged rods. This cost like $525 in total, which is insanely pricey, not gonna lie, but apparently they're pretty good. The pistons and rods also came with these NPR piston rings. These are also in the same size, 0.50 over. That was included in the $525 or whatever I paid for it. Yeah. The machine shop guy said that these were pretty good and he has like a whole shelf filled with them. I got the recommendation off of like Mighton. He's a YouTube guy and he has like an OG B18 build tutorial. He said these were good, so I went ahead and found the seller that he bought from and then just got some of my own. I've never actually opened these, but yeah, these are the pistons. They're low compression ones. Yeah, they had either high compression or low compression. I went with low compression just because in the future I might boost it. I probably boost it before going to like a VTEC head swap, just because I've been naturally aspirated the entire time for the entire life of the car. So I just want to do something different in the future maybe. Okay, and these are the piston rods, and they come with like ARP studs as well. Yeah, they're HV ones, and apparently these are pretty good. I hope that these will just drop in and it'll be fine. And then I got this oil pump from ACL. This was $150. Then I got some main and rod bearings. These were $100. And then some thrust washers, also from ACL, for $10. There's a garbage truck that just stopped right in front of my house. It's so loud, Jesus Christ.
One eternity later.
Okay, I'm back. They finally turned their truck off, so now I can continue. Also, it is so hot out right now. I'm like drenched. Anyways, so I got this Gates water pump and timing belt kit. Yeah. Shit. This was $132. I also got some ARP head studs, and if I had those right now, I would have everything, except those got stolen from me, like off of my front porch. And when UPS delivered it, they like took a picture of it, so it was there for sure. I don't know, either like the driver or someone saw them and just decided to take them, which is annoying because I filed like a claim or whatever, but since there's a picture, I think they're just gonna like deny it. Those were $220, but since I had to order them again, those gonna be $440. Ouch. So these are kind of the main engine components, but I also had to buy a bunch of other stuff as well. And then I also got these Velcro gasket kit. This one should have most of everything that I need in terms of gaskets and seals, but I also got this other kit that comes with the rear main seal, and then I have a front crank seal here. And in total, this is like 110 bucks. And then I didn't realize that this came with valve stem seals, so I bought some for another $20. And I also got these valve stem puller pliers, like $10 off Amazon. I've got some assembly. Bruh. No, the truck turned on again, Jesus Christ. Okay, 1 second.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I got some assembly lube. Ultra slick AO, pause. This was 10 bucks. More gaskets. This is an oil pickup gasket, another 10 bucks. And then I got this tool for compressing the valve springs on the head. This is $100. I'll be replacing the valve stem seals by myself using this, hopefully. I also bought this power ratchet from Harbor Freight to help me with the install for just random shit. This plus a battery was like $100. I also got a digital torque wrench for another 100 bucks. I got some Honda Bond, or I guess Ultra Gray, just gasket maker, 10 bucks. And then this magnet tool for when I do the valve stems, and then some random sockets. And those were $20. I also got some lint-free towels for when I prep the engine and clean it. These were $25. I also got these inner and outer micrometers for measuring thickness of my crankshaft, and then bore of the, I don't know, whatever goes around the crankshaft. Yeah. Style bore gauge. I actually haven't opened it, so I wonder what it looks like. Yeah. So this is the micrometer. It's able to measure accurately up to like 1,000th of a millimeter. So basically it's just about the only thing that's able to measure the size of your dick. So I'll be needing those for when I measure my clearances for my bearings. These two together were like $100. Some ATF for lubing up the bearings for when I assemble them and measure clearances. What else? Little piston ring compressor of the band variety when I put the pistons in. This was like $10. Got this machinist dial indicator and this multi-positional magnetic base. I forget what these are for, but these were like $33. Oh, and then I also got something in today. Valve grinding compound and a valve lapping tool. And these together were like $20. I also got some brake parts cleaner for cleaning the engines, like $20. Okay, yeah, so I think that's about it that I bought so far. There's a couple things that I need to do. I need to pick up an engine stand, I guess, for when I assemble it. But other than that, this should be all that I need, except for another pair of APR headsets that I need to reorder. That being said, this brings the total amount of money that I've spent on this engine so far to be... Is that right? Holy shit. Oh my god, okay. $2,605 on a B18 B1, which is insane. If I knew that I was gonna spend this much, I honestly probably would have just found a different engine, like another B18, to just throw in. $2,605 on like a $600 engine is wild. But anyways, I'm justifying, maybe coping, by it'll hopefully last until I like die or whatever. But Jesus. Yeah, on an engine that isn't even put together yet. Insane. But I'm just coping by saying that it'll be bulletproof and it'll be like a platform that I could build on. Like, I can boost it and it'll be okay. Hopefully, maybe, probably not. And like I could throw a GSR head on it in the future, one day, and like it'll be fine or whatever. But anyways, that's where I'm at with the B18 B1 engine, non-VTEC, base model. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, honestly, I'm pretty bummed that the B20 is giving me issues right now because I really liked the extra torque that it gave me. The B20 it's like a 2.0 liter, and the B18 B1 is 1.8, and like that extra displacement, I guess. I don't know engine stuff. What am I saying? But anyways, it has more torque, and having that little extra bit of torque is really fun on the mountains. And honestly, it just like it felt way better, way faster than my like stock engine, because it was also the high compression model. But anyways, it is what it is. It's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. I've been like super demotivated after figuring out that number and realizing how much I've spent. After going to Tsuchi's meet the other day, I've been feeling like inspired again and like just remembered that doing this all for like the love of the game and out of passion and just because like working on cars is something that I'm excited to do. And I don't know, I just like forgot about that. Like it had just been like chipping at me little by little and I'd forgotten that I was doing it because I liked it and I'm like keeping the car and just continuing to work on it and keep it running instead of buying a new car because I love the Integra. And also that I'm doing it out of pure spite and stubbornness to take my beginner build all the way to end game, I guess. Anyways, the next thing I'm going to do is probably replace the valve stem seals, and then I'll be measuring the clearances using like these micrometers or whatever. No, this is the digital torque wrench. But yeah, I'll be measuring the bearing clearances. Hopefully that's all within spec, whatever spec is. I don't know. I have to watch some YouTube videos to figure out what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there, pretty much. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that might be it for this video. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit.